Yeah, well, I retired back in I don't know, about 30 years ago from performing, and so I started to teach, and then I got pulled into community nutcrackers, or there's all these nutcrackers in every little city, town, and so I was involved with the traditional nutcracker because that was what I used to do with the Boston Ballet's Nutcracker, which, by the way, I was in the very first big Nutcracker with Arthur Fiedler conducting. At some point, about 20 years ago, I started my own dance school in Jamaica Plain, and I had these two guys, Ricardo, he's up there in that picture there, you might want to take that picture, and who taught hip hop, and Khalid, who taught tap. And I said, what can I do? What sort of a show should I do? Oh, I'd like to do I'd like to do the Nutcracker, but then I've been doing the traditional Nutcracker for years, and then I decided, well, I got Ricardo and Khalid. I wonder if I could incorporate hip hop and tap. This is in 2000, I was thinking about this. And so I'll do the classical, the traditional snowflake scene with point shoes and tutus and all that, and I'll use the Tchaikovsky music as well as Duke Ellington's orchestration of the Tchaikovsky music. If you went to see a Nutcracker any place in the country, you wouldn't see any people of color that would just, oh, it's a random thing. They're just, there's people of color, they're Caucasian, there's like, gay people, straight people. It was just like, this is community, this is Boston. And so this is almost 20 years ago. So now we're still talking about diversity, and we're talking about division, which has gotten stronger. It's amazing when you look at politically what's gone on from, having the first African American president to having some people say white supremacist president. It's just amazing. So I think it's important for artists to stand up and really express what's going on in the community, in the city, in the nation, in the world. I got that thought to do a diverse Nutcracker because that's my background, and because I have been working in the inner city training kids on scholarships before I did that. So that was part of my mission, and so it just was an extension of that. And it's really great to not only have something in the classroom, but you could have sort of an expression of that artistically on a stage in this production, which we call the Urban Nutcracker.
So now I've been doing this role for Tony Williams at the Urban Nutcracker for around, I would say like 8 years, maybe 7, if I'm correct. But I usually also assist him artistically in the production and sit next to him and try to help him put the production together. And I've been doing that with him as artistic support, I say, for probably 3 years. He's giving me the opportunity to do that, which is great because I also get to teach class in the company, and it gets me to know the artist much better, and we can create a nice relationship. And the production is all about that. It's about this community of artists, diverse community of artists that come together every year to create this beautiful Nutcracker, I say. I say it's beautiful because it's got a mix of everything in it. Everybody's accepted for their own personal gifts, and I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about how Tony has been able to keep this afloat with the diversity of races, diversity of body shapes of all kinds, and I think it's a real tribute to humanity to be able to accept everyone for who they are.